closer in. I thought Hammy had a great at-bat. I thought he had an awesome at-bat and just wasn't quite able to finish it. I thought Evan Slide had an awesome at-bat, just not quite able to finish. And I thought that was kind of the story of the night is I thought our bats against Hagen Smith were outstanding. We just didn't quite finish them. You know, that guy strikes out 15 dudes every time he goes out. I think he only punched us out 5 or 6, 7 times tonight, something like that. The problem was we would get to good counts. We'd spoil pitches. We'd take pitches, and we just couldn't quite finish it. And he'd either get the punch or get a lazy fly ball or something. But I was proud of the effort. Not happy with the result, but proud of the effort. And if we can show up, and that's who we are when we put a uniform on, these things are going to go well for us a heck of a lot more than they don't.
Coach, that guy's obviously one of the best pitchers in the country. What did you see from your guys in terms of just not backing down from him?
I think that's exactly right. Like, I didn't think we did. I thought we had a good plan. You know, when we went back, we spent a lot of time this week. Kentucky's got good arms too, you know, and I thought what we did is we were just in between everything for the last week. You know, I told our guys yesterday at practice, I said, it feels like we played terrible baseball for a month, and it's been 4 games that we didn't play great, you know, but that's the way baseball is when you're not going great. I thought we really did a good job of kind of forcing him to do what we wanted him to do. The problem is it's 97 with a hammer, and he has the ability to throw the slider in 2-0 counts and command it. He's got good command of the heater. You don't get a lot of opportunities against an arm like him, and when you do, you got to cash in. You know, we had that 1 inning set up first and second, and you'd like to find a way to push through there, and we just weren't quite able to. But he's good, man. That guy's going to get paid a lot of money come July, and it's a good arm. I thought we competed with him, you know, but see, the guy took a no-hitter into the 5th or 6th, 7th, whatever it was. Like, we by no means dominated him in any way, shape, or form. I just thought we competed with him well. I liked the quality of those at-bats, and the results of them weren't always awesome, but that competitiveness and the focus and running off a plan in that at-bat is something we haven't done in 4 games. I thought we did that tonight.
Yeah, Coach, you already said, you know, you don't believe in moral victories, but you guys hit the same amount as the #1 team in the country. Even though tonight wasn't the outcome you wanted, how do you think kind of playing them, especially in this slump, is going to kind of help the team, you know, get ready for the next 2 games?
Yeah, I mean, I think if we played this exact game in the exact situation last weekend, the way we played it, we'd get run ruled in 7 innings. No question. Like, we don't. To be on the field competing, and I only get to put 9 of them out there at a time, and sometimes I got the right ones out there, sometimes I might not, and I'm not perfect in that situation. But I thought you had 40 dudes all pulling in the same direction today, and we haven't had that even maybe when we were going really good early. That's what I love tonight is it's not that we got the same amount of hits. It's not the fact that we only lost by 2. It's none of that. Like, it has zero to do with the result. But the process of how we went about our business tonight is how Alabama baseball is going to go about its business. Now, the challenge is, can we line up and do that again tomorrow? Can we bring that? Because it's hard. It takes a lot out of you when you pour that much into it and you lose. It hurts worse. But that's what this game's all about, pouring yourself into it, investing in it. I knew it was nothing crazy. It was just a little bit of a cramp there.
Coach, the Dixieland Delight effect seems to be a real thing. What are you noticing about the energy shift once they play?
Yeah, I think we might need to play that between every inning. No, it is. I mean, the crowd was awesome tonight. I mean, I got to meet Jalen Milroe before the game. What an awesome dude he is. You know, I've watched that guy compete on Saturdays, but really cool just to be able to sit and talk with him. And the crowd was incredible tonight. I mean, we didn't give them a whole lot to get excited about for a long time. I mean, 0s on the board. They come out and punch us in the mouth in the first, and they stuck with us just looking out there, and we were able to give them something to get a little bit excited about at the end. But crowd in general was awesome. Dixieland Delight's great. Like, we love having that back. And, yeah, just really, really competitive stuff out of our guys. And I really do. I love them for that, man. I really, really do, and it's going to be good.
Coach, you had Bryce Evelyn back for the first time in about 10 games. How does it feel to just insert him back into the lineup and get him back down?
That's why I told him. I said, welcome back, man. You got Hagen Smith. Like, go get him, you know. Ebbs is such a professional, man. I love that kid. And, you know, I know his career's been up and down here a little bit. He's had some injuries. He's had some success. He's had some failures. But all in all, I mean, Ebbs' growth in the way he goes about his business in the classroom, Ebbs' growth and how he approaches the game from a detail-oriented stuff. Everybody always, he doesn't pay attention to little things, little things. I've seen a guy that pays attention to every tiny little thing since I've been here, and he's grown. It's amazing how much deeper your lineup feels having Bryce Eblin in it. You know, that guy he's just a really good player, and getting him back was kind of a shot in the arm for us a little bit. It just felt right, and that's not taking anything away from the guys that kind of filled in his void. I thought they competed. We used a number of guys there, but it feels really good to get your senior back that's having a great year, and I'm happy for him that he was able to get himself back in there, and I thought he had tough at bats tonight. Obviously, that last little weak pop-up there at the end off Gecko, but I thought he had great at bats all night tonight too. It's good to see him back.
Anything else? Is there any inclination as to who gets the ball on Sunday?
Not yet. I mean, a lot of that's going to depend on how tomorrow goes. You know, we're gonna exhaust what we've got to do to go win tomorrow. So if I have to throw 10 guys and we roll through that, we'll figure out a position player can pitch on Sunday. We'll do whatever we have to do. So, you know, I think we've got a number of guys that can do it. It's also kind of good. We get to kind of face these guys for 2 days and see what the best matchup we feel like is out of the pen. And I mean, no secret, Sunday's probably going to be quite a few guys we're going to run out there. I don't know that we're going to send somebody out there for 100 pitches on Sunday, but we'll get a better idea of that tomorrow after the game.
How much, I know you touched on in the opening, how much did you feel like St. Probst needed tonight?
He just deserved tonight. That guy, JJ, and I talk about it all the time. There's not a person on our staff that works the way he works. He works so hard, and he cares so much. And it's hard because I've had one of my buddies, Hunter Bledsoe, used to tell me all the time. He's like, Rob, the elite, it's walking this fine line of caring and not caring. The best can walk that line, right? And they don't grip it too tight, but they're also not lackadaisical and don't care. I think Zane works so hard and he wants it so bad that I saw him finally just go be Zane Probst tonight. And, you know, he faced some live hitters on Wednesday and, man, opened our eyes. It was 92, 93. It was a really good breaking ball. It was a ton of strikes. He deserved tonight. So I'm just happy for him because these kids, man, every one of them put so much into this. And I always tell them, man, like, it doesn't guarantee you success. I had this talk with our guys. We had 2 really good days of practice. You have 4 of the worst games we played all year. Everybody's looking up saying, what the heck's going on? Like, now we've lost, I don't know, 5 of our last 6, I don't know what it is. Like, everybody on the outside looks at it and is like, what's wrong with Alabama? I saw guys tonight and Zane Probst being the leader in that, and it started at practice on Wednesday. We were forced inside, and those kids had an electric practice on Wednesday. They came out and did the same thing yesterday, and I told them at the end of practice yesterday, behaving this way doesn't guarantee you anything. Zane Probst working his tail off doesn't guarantee him anything. But it puts him in a situation where he can step on the mound prepared and ready to compete. And I thought he did that tonight. And he's going to be a huge force moving forward. We need some guys in that bullpen that can come in and slam the door for us a little bit. And we saw 2 guys tonight, a young pup and Sam Mitchell and a veteran in Zane Probst that showed me, man, I can lean on those guys in a tight game. And we didn't throw those guys into a blowout. It was a tight spot. We went to them. I thought both of those guys were great. So Zane's a stud, man. He's an unbelievable human, and he deserved that tonight.